Hey everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Black Boss Battles. As you can see, I am actually playing on a different version this time, and there's a special reason for that. I'm going to go ahead and evolve Zenith, our Haunter, and Atlas, our Kadabra. And there is a bug in this generation, and I think in most generations, where when you trade a Kadabra, even if it's holding an Everstone, it will still evolve. Which means the only way I can show our Kadabra evolving on screen is to be showing you the perspective of the game it is getting traded to evolve, and then I'll trade back off screen. So we're going to do that now. If you do want to fast forward right to the battle, I'll try to remember to put a timestamp in the video, but we are going to do a few quick housekeeping things before we actually get to our Elite Four challenge. Alright, the trade will be started. Namely, we'll be trading over those two to evolve them, and let's see, I'm going to trade over Dratini here. Can I do more than one at a time? Not sure. Or is it going to make me pick? It's probably going to make me pick, which is kind of dumb. Like, why are we narrowing down to 3 if I still have to pick just one? But we will do both Atlas and Zenith and trade. And whoop. Alright, trade. If I can see my screen here as well. Alright, here they go. I also have a few TMs to teach once these guys evolve, since they can only learn certain TMs after they are fully evolved. And then I'll do a real quick run through of our team, and then we'll go ahead and challenge the first member of the Elite Four. That should be probably our toughest battle yet. Definitely toughest in terms of levels. Alright, here comes Atlas, ready for his final form at last. Figure now is a good time to get them fully powered before our first Pokemon League challenge. I'm not going to evolve Angara, our Rhydon, quite yet, mainly because she's only been a Rhydon for a little bit, so I want to use her as a Rhydon for a bit before I evolve her into her final form, Rhyperior. But I will do that fairly soon, and of course our Dragonair will also be evolving, I believe level 55. Well, in fact I'm sure of that, because Dragonair's my favorite Pokemon, so it'd be pretty bad if I didn't know what level he evolved at. They will both be fully evolved, at least in time for our Pokemon League rematch, probably long before that. And there we go, Atlas is fully evolved into Alakazam, one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. And wants to learn Future Sight. Not going to bother with that, we already have Psychic, which is almost as much damage and hits right away, unlike Future Sight, which waits about 2 turns before it hits. Alright, we're going to do one more trade. Any second now. I did train our team up to level 48, which is the... See, why is there this intermediate step? That just seems totally pointless. Alright. So we're going to show Hunter. And... yes, I'm okay with the selection. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so the first level of each of the Elite Four's Pokemon, and I believe it's the level of all their Pokemon except their best one, is 48. So ours are also at 48, which should make this a challenging but doable Elite Four challenge. We have a team of 6, and I think they only have a team of 4 except the champion, which I believe has, I think, 6 as well. And obviously there will be a few levels higher, but I don't know, I'm pretty confident in our team. I think we have a really good team, some pretty good moves, some pretty good held items. I'm confident we can do fairly well here. Hopefully defeat them all on our first attempt. And there we go. Haunter is evolving. Alright, Zenith, time to become a Gengar, another very popular Gen 1 Pokemon. It is funny how even though there's over 1,000 Pokemon now, and there are some really good ones added in later generations. But I think Generation 1 still probably has the most cool Pokemon in my opinion. Maybe part of that's sentimentality, but I mean, Dragonite and Charizard and Blastoise and Venusaur and Rhydon and Gengar and Alakazam, Champ, Magmar, Electabuzz. A lot of them have evolved forms now, which are cooler with Electivire, Magmortar, and Rhyperior and all that. But Gen 1 still introduced their base forms. Lapras, Gyarados, some of the evolutions. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. and I will be back when I am ready to face the first member of the Elite Four. Be right back. Alright friends, we are back. Our team is ready to go, and so am I. Real quick, we'll just do a summary of what our current movesets are. Delta the Dragonair is holding the Dragon Fang with Dragon Rush, Aqua Tail, Fire Blast, and Thunderbolt. Vulcan is holding the Charcoal with Rock Slide, Superpower, Flare Blitz, and Dig. Ariane the Minchino, or Chinchino, whatever the evolved one is holding the Silk Scarf with Tail Slap, Bullet Seed, Rock Blast, and Wake Up Slap. Atlas, our newly evolved Alakazam, is holding the Rocky Helmet because I can't get the Twisted Spoon quite yet, and he knows Psychic, Focus Blast, which I just taught him now that he's fully evolved, Shadow Ball, and Grass Knot. Zenith the Gengar with Poison Barb, he knows Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, and Focus Blast. And Angara the Rhydon holding the Soft Sand with Drill Run, Rock Slide, Hammer Arm, and Scary Face. Really cool team, one I really enjoy training up, and I am excited for their biggest challenge yet. Let's go ahead and challenge the Elite Four of Unova. The Pokemon League is a place where you both pursue strength and express it. The way to express it is simple. You just have to beat the Elite Four and the champion. Oh, is that all? You can start your challenge by battling any of the Elite Four, and if you defeat them all, you can challenge the champion. However, I warn you, once you start your challenge, there's no turning back. You must keep battling until you defeat them all or are defeated yourself. Do you want to go in? I do. Then proceed. Alright, yeah, this was the first generation where you could challenge the Elite Four in any order, which, I don't know, it's kind of cool, I guess. I'm kind of okay with it either way. But we're going to be boring. We're going to go from left to right. And I believe we're starting with the Ghost-type user, Shauntal, if memory serves. Ooh, spooky. Quite the atmosphere here in her tower. Alright, and I think we have Delta up first, correct? Yeah, that's a pretty neutral matchup, so feels like a good strong lead here. Eyes brimming with dark flame, this man rejected everything other than himself in order to bring about one singular justice. That's part of a novel I'm writing. I was inspired by the challenger who was just here, and somehow I got a little sad. Excuse me, you're a challenger, right? I'm the Elite Four's Ghost-type Pokemon user Shauntal, and I shall be your opponent. Alright, Shauntal, here we go. Interesting that another challenger was just here. I don't think that's happened since the original Red and Blue games. And yeah, this is also the first generation, I'm pretty sure, where the Elite Four only has 4 Pokemon in their initial match, which I don't really like. I kind of wish more gym leaders and Elite Four members would have more Pokemon, since I usually have a full team of 6, but it is what it is. Alright. Confagarius is a pure Ghost type, so let's go ahead and use Dragon Rush. Has a little bit of a low accuracy at only 75%, but it is 100 base power. Does some pretty decent damage. Alright, so because of his ability Mummy, we used a contact move, and that means our ability also becomes Mummy. So less useful than Shed Skin. If we get burned or something, that could be an issue. Beginnings are important whether in a Pokemon battle or a novel. So he's actually pretty defensive, and he did a lot of damage there. That could be concerning. Alright, I'm going to try to actually outsmart the AI a bit here, because I'm sure they do have items. And I'm worried if I use another Dragon Rush. I could cause it to flinch though. Let's go for the flinch, because that's the only way Delta might survive another hit. Oh, okay, just good damage spread. That did occur to me, but I was thinking it wouldn't be quite enough. Alright, good job Delta. It is now 6-3. And Golurk, a grounding Ghost type. I think the right move for that would be Aqua Tail, which should be super effective. Also not fully accurate. I think it's 90% accuracy, but we seem to be getting pretty lucky, or at least not unlucky with our hits so far. And because we're not fully evolved, we do not have immunity to ground-type moves. Earthquake will knock out Delta, but that's what you did. Great job, Delta. Like she said, beginnings are important, and we are off to a great beginning. Let's go ahead and bring in Atlas. Because I think I have Grass Knot, right? Yes, I do. Or actually, I also have Shadow Ball. Yeah, let's actually bring in Zenith. We'll do Ghost type versus Ghost type. Because Grass Knot would be good against the ground type, but I think Shadow Ball would do more damage from either of these two. But Zenith gets Stab, a same type attack bonus, from using a Ghost type move. Plus Gengar is already a very powerful special attacker. That would have done a lot of damage even if Caller was at full HP. And Chandelier, I think is her best one? Yes, level 50, okay. Chandelier is a very powerful ghost and fire type. I trained one myself in my very first Pokemon White playthrough, actually the game that you just saw earlier in the video. But I don't think it has great defenses. Let's see if a Shadow Ball will be enough to knock it out. I was going to say my guess is going to be no, but close, and that's exactly what happened. Now, the good news is we got the special defense drop there, which means even if Shauntal uses a potion, assuming we survive this, it's going to be close. Oh, not quite. Looks like Chandelier has a little bit better defenses than Gengar does. Or maybe those two levels just made the difference. Alright, let's go ahead and bring in Atlas then to finish off Chandelier. Now, so the good news is that defense drop will make our moves do more damage. The bad news is we don't get stabbed from Shadow Ball since we are a Psychic type, so it might not be enough to be a one-hit knockout. Chandelier is pretty fast, but I'm pretty sure Alakazam is faster, even being 2 levels lower. And that might be what it comes down to in this next turn. This will probably do about the same damage that Gengar's did. Yep, just about. Actually, a little bit more. I'm going to keep using Shadow Ball just in case she uses another full restore. Now, if we get good damage spread, it might be enough to knock out Chandelier in one hit. If it's not, it'll just come down to who has higher speed in this next turn. Alright. Might as well stick with Shadow Ball, save our power points for our other moves until a little bit later on. Although, I will say one of the other Elite Four members is a Psychic user. They all seem to have sort of ethereal types, for lack of a better word. I think it's, it seems, getting at my final chapter, I think it's Ghost, Dark, Psychic, and Fighting. Alright, so Jellicent is a Ghost and Water type, and a little bit of a hint, if you are going to watch my Black 2 full Let's Play, I do plan to train a Jellicent in that one. Never trained one before, and I very much want to. So I think Shadow Ball or Grass Knot, I'm not sure how heavy it is. Being a Ghost is probably not very heavy. And Grass Knot does more damage to heavier Pokemon, so let's go with the tried and true Shadow Ball. Now Jellicent, as you can tell, is a lot bulkier than Chandelier. Oh, that's right, Cursed Body. Oh, that'll make things interesting here. Now I think we can probably survive one Shadow Ball. I know Alakazam is a glass cannon, but yeah. I feel we're about to turn the page to the epilogue of this story. Maybe. So I can't use Shadow Ball because my move was disabled by her ability. So we're going to have to figure out how much Grass Knot's going to do. Hopefully it'll be enough. And it is. Good job, Atlas. So that was fun. A challenging battle, but not one where we were really in danger of losing. Wow, I'm dumbstruck. I know a lot of words, but right now I can't figure out any. Perhaps the feeling I'm having now is put into words that can be trapped here. So let me say this. My feeling is you're a great trainer. This has been Speed Reading with Aravel. Sorry, first I must apologize to my Pokemon. I'm really sorry you had a bad experience because of me. Oh, it's not your fault. This is how battles always are. Even in light of that, I'm still one of the Elite Four. I guess really like Elite 5 now, because you've been beaten, but not how that works. I do appreciate the little teleportation pad here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and heal up our Pokemon, revive the ones that fainted, and when we come back, we will challenge the second member of the Elite Four. Stay tuned.